What's up, guys? This is LAMEBOT for LAMEBOT Monthly, and I wanted to show you guys this month my new Ableton Live DJ performance, whatever you want to call it, template. It's pretty freaking cool. Let me take a second and discuss the hardware. Before, I used to have a Moog Minotaur sitting right here in the middle that I was using as a mixer. Occasionally, I would use it as a live synth, but honestly, not that much. It was kind of upsetting that I was using a $700 synthesizer as a mixer, but because I didn't really have the time or didn't really want to spend money on getting another MIDI mixer, I just went ahead and I bought Touchable on iPad, which was really cool, but it didn't give me the control I wanted because I couldn't necessarily control more than one or two tracks at the same time as far as effects goes. What I decided to do was I took what I learned from Touchable and applied it to my own new TouchOSC layout. But before I even did that, I got some tips and tricks from my buddies Sidebrain and the legend Mad Zach. Between both of the tutorials and stuff that they've posted, I went ahead and actually made my own. Refined my current template into something more efficient and was able to put all my controls that I need on one screen. I have my launch pads here purely just to launch clips. User 1 mode on both of them has LED feedback and it is mapped to my glitch effects. Now the actual TouchOSC layout, let's move over to the computer screen for a second. Here we have decks A, B, C, and D. Under each deck, you'll see an isotope stutter, which is actually what the stutter effects are on the launch pad. And here, you'll see 3 knobs: a glitch effects knob, a smart filter, and a gator. Now, if I open it up, you'll actually see there's a ton of stuff in there that is mapped to these macro knobs. The cool thing is the glitch effects completely borrowed from Mad Zach, and you see as I'm turning it on the computer, it's also giving me feedback on my TouchOSC. It's amazing. It's awesome. Love it. The smart filter, you see how these are centered on the TouchOSC? I'm not sure if you can really see that. See that middle encoder fader thingy is centered. So it's kind of working like a regular traditional DJ filter, you know, low pass, high pass. It's dead in the middle, pretty much, kind of like my soul. And attached to that, I used Mapulator to go ahead and make that happen. And also on the high end, there's a bit of a delay and a little flange just to give it some body. And then the bottom one is just a gate, a custom gate. Using the Cut-O-Matic and a couple other features. So this is pretty much all I use DJing off Ableton. Honestly, I rarely EQ anything. All the EQing, so to speak, is done off the filters and messing with the levels. So it's just this and bringing in the next track. And then I have my crossfader just in case I want to actually switch tracks. When my set's all nice and done, or if the sound guy for some reason's like, hey, turn it down, I can just control the master channel here, and I don't have to worry about anything else. So this helps me not look at my computer screen as much. The other thing that I wanted to show you real quick is the second page. Now, the second page is a little weird because it doesn't really look like much of anything. Okay, and what we got here is just a time that says time and sync. This is a range, a woo button, tempo, and then 2 buttons here with a little fade knob on the side. What these are actually controlling is my watermarks. So when I'm mixing and stuff, if any of you have heard my live mixes before, you'll hear something like this.
Hello, you are now listening to LAMEBOT.
You'll usually hear that through the mix, and through some of the bigger drops, you might hear something like this. And then bam, big bass drop, whatever. I'm awesome. So this next part is actually in the master channel here, and this, if you see, I got a little mastery analog, little softening, and the ozone to just finish off the mastering so everything sounds lush. The last thing you'll notice is I got this tempo thing from 4live.me. Would have never even heard about this if it wasn't for Sidebrain, so thank you, big ups. And essentially, it's really cool because I've had tempo sliders on my stuff before to change tempos in Ableton, even though it's kind of rare. So I would either just have a slider and I would have like 2 or 3 tempos mapped to it, or I would launch clips that were mapped to specific tempos and then just have the BPM jump, although it was kind of weird, so I didn't really do that too much. So this is a great way to work around that. You need Max for Live both for this and for Mapulator. It's free if you have Ableton, so don't sweat it. You don't have to buy anything aside from Isotope, the stutter effects, and Ozone 5. Those are only if you really want them. They're not necessary at all to run this setup. So this button changes from time or sync. So if I hit, for instance, let's show you what it does. Let's play the intro of this song. Let's bring that volume up as low. There we go. Okay, now let's say I really want to bring this BPM up. Yeah, let's bring it up. It's at 139 right now. So let's bring the BPM up to 150. And it's over 32 bars, so that's plenty of time. So this is the range. Let's sync it over 4 bars. I hit woo, and during those 4 bars, it'll slowly increase the tempo to what I want it to be. All I did was launch another clip with it in succession. And the tempo's at 149.
What nature should look like.
Let's go a little faster. Let's go to 155.
See what nature should look like.
Now, let's say maybe that was a little too fast, right? So let's just bring the tempo slider back. Let's go with time instead, and let's say it's only going to take 2 seconds or so to go down to 125. And now listen. This allows me to have gradual tempo change without having to map it to, well, I don't even have a fader or knob that I can map it to. So it's on my TouchOSC. It makes it really easy and awesome for me to, to change tempos. This little fade button right here, in case you were wondering, is just for the watermark.
You are now
Just to
listening
give it a tail.
to LAMEBOT.
I don't really want to do a mix demo because as you can see, you can just load the clips and then you can have tons of fun. So let me know if this is something that interests you guys. I already put the original version of this template up for free. If you guys want the modified version and the TouchOSC layout, leave some comments below. Let me know what you like, what you don't like, and I'll post it up on my website. The only other thing I'm going to ask of you guys, if anyone's watching this and has some experience programming with TouchOSC, is if you guys by any chance know how to get LED feedback on the volumes, on like the meters or anything like that, because that would be awesome. I would love to know if there's a way that I could kind of visually see which track is playing, so I spend even less time looking at my computer screen. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, and look forward to the next installment. LAMEBOT Monthly. Take care, guys.